What's up, Taurus? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting March 17, 2025. Taurus, I hope all is well with you once again. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone who celebrates St. Patrick's Day. We're just going to dive right into the energies here, cleansing the energies from Dawn Aries messages for the week. Welcome any new subscribers. I appreciate you. Not reading any reversals. We're just going to see what is the potential messages coming up for my bulls. Taurus, what is the energy for you? What can I show Taurus? What can I tell Taurus? What is Taurus's energy potentially this week? Okay, energy for Taurus. I apologize, Taurus, if it sounds like I'm losing my voice. Drink some turmeric tea to help out a little bit. All right, let's cut the deck here. Begin your messages, Taurus, to see what is coming up here for you. And we're going to start off with the first card for you, and that's the Hermit. Hermit is the major arcana that's usually regarded by me as being neutral energy. And you can see her sitting there, and she has a book in front of her. She has a dog also with her. So it's just a moment of wanting to spend some quiet time alone, possibly catching up reading a book. Nothing, doesn't have to be anything too serious. This could be in the form of meditation for some bulls that I'm reading for, disconnecting your energies momentarily just to spend some quiet moments alone. Okay, now some of you may be, wanting to spend some time alone, detaching your energies because maybe there's something that's going on for you that you need to think about, and you need to think about it when there's no other people around you crowding your space and your thought process. You're not going to stay in this energy too long for whatever reason that you may want to spend some time alone. And if you have to, go within to seek some sort of answers about anything that's happening with you this week, you're going to come up with the answers. All right, so in this particular deck, we do have a light here. It's not a lantern, but that light always indicates to me the light at the end of the tunnel. And I just noticed, too, the cat's sitting up there, too. I just saw a dog, but there is a cat. Anyway, so yeah, just moments alone. Want to spend some quiet time by yourself at peace or with your animals, catching up reading a book, and that's it. Okay. Up next is the major arcana, the High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess here, however, is about that intuition, Taurus, paying attention to your intuition. She's here to assist you to make sure that you are paying attention to your intuition if necessary, and you need to process something during the week in terms of decision making or actions. Trust your gut always. The first thing that you get, the first impression is always the correct answer. Also, too, when I use this deck, I see different things. So I'll speak of it, and it may not, pertain to you, but I always have to throw it in there. This card here represents there could be some secrets that you are shielding or holding back from someone, or secrets that someone is holding or shielding back from you. Likes and crushes, of course, comes through, but there also, too, may be an aspect of whatever it is that you're going through this week. This card here, the High Priestess, always asks you, Taurus, to be patient with whatever it is that could be going on for you. Just have some patience. Things will work themselves out. Now, also, too, I read not only opposites attract here, but it also, too, could represent relationships. It's the number 2. The fox here is the most important thing that I see. It's not the most important thing, but I see it. And usually when a fox is present or surrounding you, there's someone who is could be sly or a shyster or slick, or someone who is very deceiving. Okay? I'm not talking about the cat here. I'm not talking about, there's 2 cats here, but the fox. That person could be a coworker. That person who is sly, slick, or deceptive around you could be a family member, could be a friend. So please take note. Okay, I always pick up that energy. Any foxes that show up in any of these cards, I'm always going to say the same thing, that there's someone around you that is not to be trusted. Tread lightly. Following the High Priestess here, now we have the Four of Blades. Four of Blades here for you, Taurus, simply means that there is, again, mirrors over here to the Hermit, where you detach your energies, want to spend some time alone, and maybe part of this energy here where you want to rest, replenish, rejuvenate. Definitely detach your energies from those things that you have become attached to. That could be just taking a day off from work, could be just, tending to your own needs, doing something exclusively just for you, recapturing your independence possibly, or your happiness, focusing the energies completely on you this week. All right. Also, the Four of Swords here could represent that there could be some bulls that I'm reading for that are planning future trips. Okay. Now, if we get any movement cards along the way in this spread, then that means that you could be planning not only a trip but could execute taking that trip this week. Following the Four of Swords, we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands here represents something that you're waiting for. Who you're waiting for. It's my only timing card. Whoever or whatever it is that you may be waiting for, Taurus, I always give it 2 days or 2-week period of time. For other bulls here, this is usually regarded as slow and stagnant energies. It represents the number 2. So that could include a relationship, or it could be anything related to, projects that you're working on, but maybe you don't have the materials or the resources to move forward with any types of projects that you're working on. It could be also for those bulls that I'm reading for, just formulating ideals this week for something to do in the future regarding projects. So you could be waiting for a phone call. You could be waiting for something to arrive in the mail. But again, 2 days or 2-week period of time, unless we get a movement card here. Also, the movement card here would represent planning a trip or executing that trip during this week as well, if we should happen to get one. All right, up next here now we have the Nine of Blades, Taurus. Nine of Blades here. Well, the Nine of Blades is overthinking too much. You can see her with her hands shielding her eyes. She's like afraid, something very fearful. The clock 10:10 could be something important. That could be like an appointment or something, or a missed appointment. You can see the pills that are laid out there. They're spilled open. She may have been taking some prescription medication for anxiety, depression, anything that's going to help her through this Nine of Swords energy. So the Nine of Swords energy, I always regard as something very, very powerful, because it always resolves having to deal with some sort of conflicting energies, whether it's internal, external, whether it's from your recent or your distant past. The dog here is there to comfort her. She doesn't want to really, let her hands down to focus on the dog who is attending to her, okay, to help with, with her relief. This is usually pain and suffering in silence. So, but the other aspects of this card always represents having to deal with any types of betrayals, any shame, any types of being shamed or feeling shamed about something. Definitely a high degree of worry, a high degree of nervousness, tension, and you can see the pill bottle, like I said before. So seeking some sort of relief through prescription medication, could be non-prescription medication when we're talking about drugs. We're talking about smoking, could be weed smoking, could be drinking alcohol. And of course, I always express that if the Nine of Swords energy does not affect you, or you're not dealing with that type of energy this week, then you could be connected to somebody who is incarcerated, because I always pick that energy up. All right. So, but if it is you, deal with it, reduce the tension, reduce the chaos, so that you can start to feel better about yourself. This is feeling, definitely that you've been lied to excessively by someone. Someone has cheated on you. Someone had an affair, and you can't handle it. You can't deal with it. There's something else that's going on here. Could be, even involve working your work energies as well. Maybe the work that you do has gotten to a point where it stressed you out, along with the coworkers getting on your nerves and whatnot, and you just are full of it. You don't know what to do. You're at your wits' end. Okay. Again, the clock may be significant. The pill bottle opened up may be also significant. So, yeah, that's the Nine of Swords. Now, let me just throw a card here. I'm not going to reshuffle the deck as I normally do, but I'm just going to toss a card here as to why. No, let me shuffle the deck. Only in fairness to ask the question, why is the Nine of Swords here in Taurus square? What is going on here? Why did the Nine of Swords show up for Taurus? Why is that Nine of Swords here? All right, so the moon. Okay, so any types of phases of energy here. So the moon represents, which is a major arcana, a cycle of energy. Connecting that moon with the Nine of Swords could be any bull that I'm reading for who has yet to resolve any conflicting energies related from your past, because that's what that moon would represent. Okay, now the moon, however, brings up um, emphasis. It illuminates things. It brings up the things from your past. So I feel that whatever's going on here for some bulls, if this Nine of Swords does directly affect you or impact you, you're gonna be able to deal with that energy here, because you're going to bring up the surface of the energy from your past. That's what the moon is. It's about having to deal with your past. Whether or not, keep in mind too, the moon also too, if you're not careful with your emotions, it could draw you down to have that feelings of depression, right? Remember, the moon can be tricky. It can send the cycle of your energy down. You can feel depressed, and there's some sort of maybe some sort of secrets or something that will be coming to you that you're fearful of, or again, anything from your past. That you're going to be dealing with, trying to bring that energy up to the surface to deal with it, reflect on it, okay, because it may become illuminated for you, or it just, comes to you when you're not ready to deal with it. The moon is that energy that will bring all of that stuff up. So there's emotional changes, of course, having to deal with any Nine of Swords energy. So it's going to create some sort of emotional change. So you could be feeling depressed. You could be feeling melancholy. You could be feeling all of those things. Remember, I said the Nine of Swords is the type of energy here. Yeah, the Nine of Swords energy is suffering in some sort of silence. It's usually pain associated with suffering in silence. So I feel that the clarifier here just represents a bull that I'm reading for, having to deal with unresolved past conflicting energies, whether it's, having to deal with relationships of all kinds. It could be romantic partnerships, it could be friendships, or anything that's going on in the family. Okay, the moon will highlight or illuminate that energy. Following the major arcana of the moon, now it's the Seven of Blades. Seven of Blades here is what I talk about here for you, Taurus. People from your past that you have disconnected your energies from. That could be friends, of course. It could be family members that you have distanced yourself from, and definitely ex-romantic partners. Again, we have a fox. So I tell you that you have to be careful here, Taurus, that we have two foxes now. One up here in the High Priestess, one down here. And usually the people from your past, remember I said they're not to be trusted. So the energies, they may not physically be around you, but their energy is still lingering somewhere. This Seven of Swords here could be connected to the Nine of Swords for any bull that I'm reading for, in terms of having to deal with something from their past that's created a lot of worries, tensions, nervousness, doubts, fears, and suspicion. The Seven of Blades here just could be that person that you have to make sure that you're trusting yourself and your intuition to know that they don't mean any good. They're not going to bring anything new to you, the table or the plate. They're just going to create more chaos and conflicting energies for you. So just Make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition, not and also trusting your intuition to know that these people are up to no good. Also, too, if it's not that you're dealing with this week, Taurus, you see all the stuff that he's carrying, material things that I get that could be something that you rediscover, or it resurfaces something that you thought you lost, put down, misplaced, forgot about. That energy always comes about with the Seven of Swords. Following the Seven of Swords, now we have the Queen of Cups, mother of all love. She's nurturing, caring, and supportive. Female energy, so it's for the female bulls. Could be the female bulls that I'm reading for. Could be your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your auntie, your best friend, whatever. Okay? She's loving, she's nurturing, she's caring, she's supportive. She is underneath the High Priestess, which is also a double dose of intuition, making sure that you're paying attention to your intuition, because the Queen of Cups is here also to help you and guide you with your intuition. Following the Seven of Swords, that may be very important for some bull that I'm reading for right now. Trust yourself. You may work in the capacity of helping others. That is the Queen of Cups. Also, she's in a line of cards, or a group of cards, that I always say if it shows up in your spread, then you are benefiting or receiving some sort of emotional happiness, contentment, fulfillment, as well as satisfaction from those connections that you have, whether or not it's romantic partners, platonic friendships, or someone in the family. Okay, so that is the Queen of Cups, and she has the ability, Taurus, to unite and bring together romantic partners as well as platonic friendships. Following the Queen of Cups, now we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you have the Wheel of Fortune here, major arcana. So you have luck on your side all week, Taurus. Yeah. Okay. So this here, I always read that someone could be having their tires changed, or somebody dealing with a well, not necessarily a runaway tire, but it could be a flat tire. But they still have luck on your side. This is one of the big money cards here. If you're the risk-taking bull that likes to go to casino runs, gamble, play the lottery, scratch offs, just play responsibly. Fate and destiny. So you could be somewhere and something happens or occurs for you that is meant to happen for you, and it's usually positive. Okay, that is the Wheel of Fortune, stroke of luck. Good luck. All right, following the Wheel of Fortune here for you, Taurus, now we have the Six of Blades. Six of Blades here is the movement card that I just spoke about. It sits underneath the Two of Wands. So whatever it is, whoever it is that you're waiting for, whether it's a phone call, an actual relationship to pick up speed, a package, or something like that, the the Six of Swords presence in your spread will boost that energy up. So it's no longer 2 days or 2 week period of time. It'll come much sooner or faster for you. However, there is a level of stress, of energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be stress. It could be connected to the Nine of Swords, Taurus, in terms of reduction of dealing with the Nine of Swords energy. But that energy is moving away from you. Things about to quiet down, smooth sailing and smooth passages, I always say. But of course, we don't have a boat here, but they're going through ice, and the ice is cracked here, but it's not cracked up where they're trying to skate. Also, too, there could be someone who is definitely seriously considering making a major move to a different area or relocation. Whether or not the move or the decision relates to any one purchasing property or any types of land. Following the Six of Blades here, and again, if you're traveling, you want to be safe to and from. I forgot to mention that. Now we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is about those romantic bulls that I'm reading for that are already in committed partnerships. So you're getting out of that relationship, which you are putting in to the relationships. For others, it could still be a job offer. It could be also that the Knight of Cups unites and brings together new romantic partnerships. She's standing there. I guess while he's playing the guitar. Sort of like she's mesmerized here. He has a rose in his heart, so she's definitely attracted to this person here, or she's mesmerized by the music that he's playing, and she just has to stop and gaze at him. All right, so that's the Knight of Cups. Let's throw some additional cards here for you, Taurus, to see what else they wants to play out in terms of your messages for this week. And we're going to, temperance, major arcana temperance. This is powerful because temperance sort of balances or rebalances anything that has thrown you out of balance. This is restoring peace. This is definitely squashing any indifferences between you and other people, whether that's romantic, family, friends. Okay, the temperance card, she's the peacemaker. This is also, too, a card that represents relationships, but also, too, Mother Nature. I always read temperance card as Mother Nature. So you can simply just be, outdoors enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty. Nothing wrong with that. This is also, too, coming to know and love yourself more. This is for some bulls who may be just, along with the Hermit card here, pulling back your energies from other people and focusing that energy on you, taking care of yourself. Like I say, loving yourself, knowing yourself, being at peace with yourself, nurturing yourself, knowing what your value is and what that energy means to the people that are in your life. Okay, so that's the major arcana, the temperance card. Up next now we have the Knight of Blades. Knight of Blades is always related to any decision making, usually absence of any types of emotional pull, not relying on your emotions to make any, your emotions, decisions are actions based on your emotions, I should say. Someone here could be going to getting their hair done, not going to be pleased with the result. That's all I'm saying. This is what I always get out of this card. So the Knight of Blades is simply charging through with any actions or decisions, whether or not it's related to your past, Taurus, moving forward, okay? But someone could be making a visit to a hair appointment, and the result is not going to be to your liking. Even the dog looks bewildered. All right, so the last card I'm going to throw here for you, Taurus, is we got the Tower. Oh my gosh, okay. So the Tower is here, uncontrollable energy, but you still have the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, and also the High Priestess that's going to take down the energy of that Tower. I will not use that moon, though, because that moon is very unpredictable, when it comes to emotions. So we're not going to connect this moon to take down the Tower's energy. However, the Tower's energy is always about uncontrollable energies, shocking, devastating events. May not be something that personally happens to you, but you could be hearing about something that happens to someone else, or that energy happens in another region. This still would be anything regarding our weather. It could be earthquakes. It could be, you name it, anything going on in terms of our, the government for the United States, governments in other countries, because the government right now is going through all kinds of cleansing of energies here, what they call cleansing, what other people call devastating, because they have a lot of cutbacks with the federal government, people losing their jobs who would never thought that they would lose their jobs, but they are, so it could be all of that energy. All right, so let me just throw a card here for you, Taurus, right quick. I wasn't going to do it let me throw a clarifier. Why did the Tower show up? Because the Tower has such a wide spectrum of energy. It's no one thing that could define that Tower. That's why I was a little hesitant in throwing a clarifier. But let's see what we come up with. See if I can make sense of it. Why is the Tower here for Taurus? Well, it might be okay. It's a person having to deal with, King of Wands. So it's having to deal with, it could be not only just one person, but several people. Now, You know what I'm about to say, and some of you may not like it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You can see that these people are fleeing and running. Am I correct? It shows up here. This is a court card, but the tower here, and because of what has been happening here with a lot of, even though they got happy faces and stuff, they're smiling and whatnot. Deportation. I think there's more. It's going to be more people who are deported from the United States. I'm sorry, that's what I see. And then look, these are people of color. So we have the Cubans, Mexicans, it could be Haitians. Um, ICE going after people. It could be Arabs, Palestinians. So instead of getting too deep on this, I'm just going to say that the tower could be representing um, what's to come when it comes to. Of course, it would represent all the other things that I had mentioned, Taurus, but it could represent specifically because we threw a clarifier here that this is people being deported, and because it's more than one person, it's mass deportation, including children. Now, whether or not pets are involved, because there's a dog and a cat, the pets may be deported too. So who's to say? The only way that we will know is to wait and see what happens next week. Okay, and you could just be hearing about this in the news. So be mindful of that because that tower will represent shocking, devastating on a world stage, global stage, could come through any events regarding the news. And I mentioned the government, what's happening with things are going on with this new administration, everything. It's just crazy right now. All right, but just remember, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you, Taurus. Take what's going to work for you, leave the rest alone. Always come back here to get more of these messages here. Always throw in, two, an extra word of caution when the tower is present in your spread. Um, be vigilant. Yeah, be vigilant, but not paranoid. You're going to be all right. And again, welcome any new subscribers. I appreciate you. Have a safe, great week ahead. Keep smiling for me, Tarsh, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.